the Blue Streak Spider Fire 4 web actionly swinging into the action. And we are currently playing some CSI, The Intent with Deadly Intent to solve mysteries with Morpheus. We are the one, Neo. I hope you guys have enjoyed the stream so far, and if you have, why not check out some of the social links that are going to be coming up your way just momentarily. We've got the actual link to the Discord for the Blue Streaks web, where a bunch of us are there to do an array of actual gaming, and if you're a streamer as well, you can be set up to be mentioned when you're going live, so you can share your love to your community, to the community, stuff like that. We've also got the Facebook of the Blue Streak Spider Fire 4 if you want to keep up to date on a few things for the YouTube channel and stuff as well. Saying that, bam! Also coming your way is the YouTube link for the Blue Streak Spider Fire 4 web space, where we do the locations for some of these actual games of playthroughs and some of the best funny comical moments there. So we are about to go into the next case, case 4. We've already done the 1, 2, and the 3, but are we ready to battle the extinguishable case that is about to be extinguishedly solved? Join me as we do some more crime scene investigation of the deadliest intent. Let's get into it. Sit back and relax. If you're just coming in, let us solve another case. Proven guilty of the proven innocent. Let's go. Oh, I can see my house from down there. Uh-oh. Or shaboom. Oh, you know he dead.
So we got a call from the landlord. He says he heard a carbon monoxide alarm go off in here. He checks it, and that's when he finds a running generator and the great Andrew Levesque. May he rest in peace.
I'll bite. What makes the great Andrew so great?
He used to call him the Wayne Newton of fire breathers.
Wayne Newton?
Okay.
Dankeschön was a very popular song. No? Well, anyway, the guy was a local celebrity at least. I thought he retired. I heard something about cancer. Apparently his cancer was in remission. He was planning a comeback.
Was it skin cancer?
Okay.
Because those lesions, they could also be indicative of Kaposi sarcoma, an AIDS-related illness. But the landlord mentioned carbon monoxide, huh? Generators do have a reputation for that. But in a room this size?
And
quite
there
large,
lies
yeah.
your suspicious circs. You guys worked together before?
No. It's our first time. I'll be gentle.
You'll want to question the family when you get the chance.
Flirt.
There was apparently a substantial
Not
insurance
while we're on
policy
the case.
on the great Andrew's life. Okay, I'll leave you both to it.
Dankeschön. What a mess. I confess.
Okay. Deer on headlights. Let's get polite. No, okay. Fair enough. Let's check the generator.
Okay. So the windows were closed, and the generator was running to power those big spotlights there. With no ventilation and no airflow, the carbon monoxide released by the generator's internal combustion engine would diffuse pretty slowly. If Andrew was standing near the generator for a while, the concentration of CO might have been enough to poison him.
Possible, but hello. Some sort of substance.
Unidentified goo. Always the best kind.
Let's check the generator. The thingy. Anything else? Let's check inside it. Any residual material?
Good
See if there's any
thinking.
gas.
If we need to, we can figure out where that gas was purchased from its composition.
Yes. Always being one step ahead, isn't it? I want to grab the torch, but you won't let me. Okay. What's this? bottle. A bottle?
Whoa.
A bottle!
Bartender, pour me another.
Okay. Anything else?
That vent is closed just like the others, but it's not on an exterior wall. I bet Dr. Vince knows where it leads.
Okay. Okay. We will get to you momentarily because I want to take a look a little bit more around the crime scene. It's always check your surroundings. Alright, I want to check out the body. The boy's face is like, yeah. What about the fire extinguisher? I guess possibly we should take a look. Let's talk to you then, sir. Hello there, sir. I am an investigator. Hello, we're from the Las Vegas crime lab.
I know. The detective told me. I'm Dr. Vicente Manotto. I'm the owner of the building. I found Andrew and called the police immediately. It's just so awful, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It's very indubitably awful. What do you recall what time you found Mr.
I'd say just about an hour ago.
Did Brass mention that you found him, you responded to a carbon monoxide alarm? Is that correct?
That's correct. Actually, I was in another unit when I heard the alarm go off.
Okay.
Yes, I was in another unit, assessing how much of the last tenant's security deposit I should give back. At first, I wasn't sure exactly where the alarm was coming from. Then I could hear it was coming from in here. I knocked on the door, but Andrew didn't answer. I went inside, and that's when I found him. Oh my God.
Like, there, lying down with a big ball of flame. How's it going, baby artist? How are you today? So when the alarm went off, did you call the fire department or the gas company? Well, because I mean, if you lit a match first and blew up the gas main and then called the fire department, then hey, that's a good order. But anyway,
no,
let's go.
I didn't. But I didn't smell a gas leak. Of course, I know carbon monoxide doesn't have an odor. It's just that when I saw Andrew lying there, it struck me that somehow he'd set off the alarm because of all those chemicals he ends up using, or that maybe it had gone off by itself accidentally. Frankly, it didn't occur to me in that moment to call anyone but the police.
Right, okay. Did you happen to touch the body or anything else in the room?
I checked Andrew's pulse. I'm a doctor. I thought if his heart were still beating, I could help him.
Have you seen anyone other than Mr. Lesvesky
Other than his immediate family, his wife and son, I haven't seen anyone else here.
Can you recall the last time you saw Mr. Lesvesky alive?
He paid me the rent yesterday.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Manto. This is where you can reach if we have any of...
Yes, it is. Good luck with your investigation.
Thank you. We will try and keep our minds preoccupied. I want to know where that vent goes, though. Yeah, not good. If you want, I can explain why I message you on Discord if that's okay after your stream. Okay. That's not a problem. Like I said, we are solving a crime at the moment. I really want to get the body out of here first, and let's see what we can do. I would like an autopsy. But let's get
I'll call down to the morgue for a pickup.
Yes, let's do that. Let's see what the family have to say. It's a very wet day in Las Vegas. So we're seeing the family.
Mrs. Levesque, I'm very sorry.
It's Ms. now, or whatever someone calls a widow. I'm sorry, I just can't believe my husband's gone.
He went up in a pile of smoke. Ma'am, your husband's occupation was obviously hazardous. Did he ever have an accident in his rehearsal space before?
Never. Andrew was meticulous to a fault, an absolute perfectionist.
But then, even if you're a perfectionist, people still make mistakes. So it could have happened. I don't know. Okay, so did your husband have any assistants?
On occasion, I would help him. Even Lyle would help out every now and again. Lyle, that's my son. Andrew
Lyle?
was his stepfather.
Maybe
I'm
he
sorry.
murdered him.
What was I saying? Oh, yes. My son and I would help Andrew a bit, move things around, tell him what tricks we preferred, but for the most part, my husband worked alone.
Okay. Do you know anyone else who might have had access to the rehearsal space?
Apart from Andrew, only me and my son. Well, no. Our landlord, Dr. Manoto, has a key to
As
the
we
room.
know.
He has a key to all the units.
Of course, that makes sense. Ma'am, your husband was suffering from cancer,
No.
yes.
Well, I mean, he was in remission for almost a year now. He had been diagnosed with an oral cancer called squamous cell carcinoma. It was just devastating. The disease, the chemotherapy.
Damn.
He couldn't work, and then later on, no one wanted to hire him back. It wasn't fair.
That sucks, like. How old is your baby?
Odessa's 10 days old. She's our miracle. We decided to
shit.
have her after the doctor told Andrew his cancer was in remission. We felt so blessed.
Damn. New father, and he just. Shit, bro. That does suck. Had Andrew's doctor diagnosed any other ailments?
None whatsoever. And believe me, Andrew would never have agreed to Odessa if he had thought for a single moment he wouldn't be right here with me to help raise her.
Okay. Is there anyone your husband might have quarreled with recently? Anyone who might have had a problem with him?
My husband was beloved, truly. Even when they wouldn't hire him back on the strip, they were always so apologetic. It wasn't personal, they'd say. It was business. Times were changing.
Business.
The end of an era, really.
It sounds like such a mafia thing to say. It wasn't personal. It is just business. At least you have insurance.
I do? We did sign up for some right when we got married. I had completely
I took
forgotten.
a wild
Andrew
guess
handled
there.
the bills.
Okay. Thank you for your time.
If
We'll be
you
in
need
touch.
to ask me anything else, anything at all, please feel free.
Thank you. What about the sun? Okay. Anything around the... What about the sun? Can we talk to the sun? Just being thorough. You know what they say? Better to be thorough. Right, I want to go back to the crime scene, boys and girls. That was a noob thing to do. Oh, wait, there's more. Oh, there is more, eh? Oh, there's more then, eh?
Nothing we need to collect there.
Oh, wait. Is that a fingerprint?
No prints there.
Okay, it's not a fingerprint.
Nothing we need to collect there.
Well, why are you saying there's something there
Nothing we
when...
need to collect there.
Okay, so is it... Okay.
Human blood. Nice find. We need to know how much carbon monoxide that generator puts out and how much gas it burns. Let's take it back to the garage for testing.
Burns. Thank you. Case update. I want that stick. But you won't let me have it. Okay, but I want to see the body next. We want to see the body. No,
Yes,
no further
it is.
questions.
Good luck with your investigation.
I obviously don't, since he seems innocent. I'm gonna actually speak to the morgue. I want to see anywhere in Andrei Levosky's
Dave is
pickup.
on his way back. I'll have something for you a few hours after he arrives.
In the meantime, we can finish processing the scene. Maybe talk to our witnesses some more. Shouldn't be tough to stay busy.
Okay. Right. Let's head to the
Okay.
test
We've
lab.
got warning signs posted. We've got our oxygen masks, and we've covered half the garage with a giant plastic bag. The conditions
Yay.
inside the gas tent should closely mimic those in Andrew's practice space. And the carbon monoxide detector is positioned about where Andrew's head would have been relative to the generator. All we
Okay.
have to do is fire that puppy up and wait. We should get a good sense of how fast it burns gasoline and how much carbon monoxide it puts out. Care to
Okay.
do the honors?
Yes, I will risk my ass for you then.
Okay, that's good. Now come back out here where it's safe. We'll
We're gonna let it run completely out of gas. It's gonna take a while, so we should come back later.
Okay. It's cool we're actually in this next location though. Okay, let's check out the evidence to what we have. There's bound to be a fingerprint on it. Aha! Oh wait, we can swap. Oh right, yeah, we can swab it. Any other evidence? Any other fingerprint? Any fingerprints? I love the skull on this, right? Rock, 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 rock. I don't think I have you on Discord. I think your mum and dad do. Your mum and dad do. I think it turned off my Discord. I hope I did, because I don't want to be disturbed while we're playing this. Chemical. Let's check out the chemical compositions of these materials. I want to run them through the bat computer of the crime lab. Let's see. So there's a purple. And we need a red. We need a red at the furthest end. There we go.
It's a paraffin. With those additives, it's consistent with lamp oil. That makes sense. From what I've read, lamp oil is the least toxic fuel for fire breathing. It's still toxic, just not as bad as the alternatives.
And it's not like he drank it, right? Right? Okay, let's check the sample. Okay. 2. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, that gives us the same density. Now we just need the middle one. Don't we, folks?
It's gasoline, all right, with a pretty high ethanol content. Unless I'm wrong, the diethylene triamine is from an aftermarket stabilizer. Allows the fuel to be stored for longer without gumming up.
Okay. That's something. What's the next form about it? The paste found on the generator. Let's take a look at that, right? It's all about the detective work, boys and girls. It's all about the detective work, because I'm Batman. I mean, I'm an inspector. Inspector Spider.
We're looking at a silyl-terminated polyether and acrylic sealant. Caulk. The great Andrew must have been closing up some joints and gaps in his rehearsal space. Although, I'll tell you, if it were me, I'd have the landlord take care of that kind of work. And who's to say Andrew didn't?
Indubitably so. Yeah, let's check the blood out. Let's search it. Try number 1 again. See, it's close to this one. This is the closest one where we've seen that. Green, red, green, yellow. Blue and yellow. 2 blues and the red. See, it almost matches. I don't know if this is the case. Okay. See, that doesn't match. That matches, though. See, no, that doesn't. Okay. This is a bit of a doozy. There's no blue in that strand of DNA. See, that's close. But there's... Yes, it's definitely not number one. Okay, I'm not going to just follow whoever there was that did it unless the other guy heart attack or something. No. It's usually more complicated than that. Let's try to get the... let's try to get the smaller pieces out of the way first. And then we can work it out from there, maybe. Usually. Green, red, green, yellow. Okay. I think we've got I'm hoping we've got a match. Damn you, you son of a bitch. Oh, no, wait. We got a match! Yes! Yes, boyo!
The blood sample we took from the generator is a match to a Lyle Fitzer. Geez, kid's 18 years old. Look at that list of priors. People studying early and often. But how does Lyle Fitzer know?
Because I know this.
Wait a second. Lyle's home address matches the Levesque address. Lyle Fitzer is Andrew's stepson. And at some point, he left blood at our crime scene. We should hear what he has to say about his stepfather.
Yes, please. Mr. Brass Tacks of Ass, let's get a warrant for the son, Lyle.
Show me what you got.
Show me what you've got. Last blood sample found in the generator. Let's do it. I like
We
it.
don't even know if there's been a crime yet, so there's no grounds for a warrant. But it won't hurt to ask him.
Yes, let's speak to the boy. Boy, come here, boy. Lyle, thanks for coming in.
I thank my mom. I wouldn't be here if she hadn't freaked out when I said I wasn't going.
I'm sure it's a tough time for her, but we have to ask. We found your blood on a generator that may have caused your stepfather's death. How did it get there?
A generator killed him? He didn't die of cancer?
We may think he'd been killed by the generator.
How
I
did
doubt
a
that,
generator
actually.
kill him?
Lyle, your mother said sometimes you would help Andrew practice his performance. But how would your blood get on the generator?
I got in a fight at school, and I got suspended. Mom said I had to tell Andrew before the school called him. So, last night I went into his rehearsal room, and he didn't take it well.
He's like, what?
He liked to poke and push as punctuation. He'd yell, and then he'd poke, yell, then push.
Oh!
Last night he pushed me so hard I hit my head on the generator. Hurt like a... It hurt, okay? A lot. Pretty great guy, huh?
Had Andrew ever hit you before?
What do you think? But he'd only hit me when he was bored with beating Mom.
It must have been very tough for both of you. I'm curious, did you ever think about...
Look, I did not kill my stepdad. Believe me, I had every reason to, but I can restrain myself. Not like him.
Lyle, we're sorry for your loss. He's gonna be very like, I don't give a
Whatever.
shit. There you
I
go.
know,
I
right?
kind of knew that. Yeah, he seems a bit.
Hi, Doc Robbins here. Just wanted to let you know that I've completed my autopsy of Andrew Levesque. I'll give you a full report when you come by.
Finally, can get some headway on this case. Let's check out the body. The body? Well, Doc, what's the got the cause of death.
Carboxyhemoglobin saturation levels in your victim indicate that he was exposed to carbon monoxide in relation to ambient concentration of about 3,200 parts per million. Death would have occurred in about 30 minutes, but he would have experienced severe headaches, dizziness, and nausea after only 5 or 10.
Who hangs around for half an hour feeling like that?
Well,
Yeah.
that's the other interesting wrinkle. While Mr. Levesque's exposure to carbon monoxide was at a lethal level, he was quite possibly already on his way out. Take a look here. His squamous cell carcinoma had spread to his lungs. It's like a friend of mine once remarked, his cancer had cancer.
So he might not have
Oh,
felt
damn.
much worse than he normally did. At least until he keeled over. Now it's even more important for us to finish our test with the generator. If it could have put out enough carbon monoxide, this might be just an accident.
Demon's accused medical records indicate his cancer had relapsed.
No mention of it at all. But Mr. Levesque's last visit to the doctor was over 6 months ago. So obviously his cancer went unchecked and progressed rather aggressively.
Okay. So were there no signs of cancer treatment?
Well, I'm not sure. Look at what I found in his esophagus. This is a 2-part hard gelatin capsule. I couldn't decipher a label, but it could be a cancer-killing pill, or it could be a vitamin supplement.
Okay. What about time of death? When did it all this happen?
Set, so I'd say he's been dead for approximately 4 to 5 hours.
Anyone else getting in for his prints or DNA?
No problems at all. Here you are.
Thank you. We need that. Skadoosh. Did you come across any trace evidence?
I did. There's a white substance on his wrist that I left for you.
You always did know how to make us feel needed.
Also,
Cool.
take a close look at his mouth, the area just around his lesions.
Anything over in the CEO shop on the
There
tox
were
report?
small concentrations of alkane hydrocarbons in his system, paraffin. Not enough to initiate toxemia, however.
Is there anything else we should know about Andrew's
I think we've been
autopsy?
fairly comprehensive. But if you think of more questions to ask me, I'll answer them if I can.
Coolio. Let's go for his fingers. Well, I want a sample of that DNA.
We'll have to verify it, but that looks like makeup to me. That shade's a little dark for him.
Oh yeah, definitely. White thing on his hands. Okay.
More white goo. But is it the same white goo we found before?
Possibly. Anything else we should check out? Nothing else on his... Oh, hang on. Nope. Nothing on his feet. Okay. That's the body. Let's go check on the generator. Let's see if the generator's done.
Should be almost done. Great. Now let's check the carbon monoxide level on the detector.
Okay, let's see what it says.
1,600 parts per million. The generator didn't put out carbon monoxide fast enough to have killed Andrew.
I didn't
At
think
least not in his
that.
gigantic workspace.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Well, that has definitely shed some light in this situation. Let's take a look at... Let's go back into the crime lab and see what else we can do. So we have a couple of things to nosy at. The pill, for one. There's white powder on it. Can I swab that? Anything else on the pill? White substance. Okay. I think that's all the evidence we're gonna get from that. Oh no, there's more. There's more on the pill. Just like a pill. Oh, wait. We can actually check the... I'm guessing the serial number in the medical database. Okay, bulk that idea. We've only got his fingerprints. Like I said, it's the fun of investigating, isn't it? I think we'll need the initial... Let's check the chemical composition within the... Let's see what we can get. I'd be very interested to know what is in the victims.
Amniotic fluid? Okay, that's weird. Talk about your alternative forms of medicine.
Paraffin. Would like to run a search on that. It's too thick. Too thick in density. We need one at the end too. Boom!
The cock on the victim's wrist and the cock from the generator are chemically identical.
Ooh. Okay. Progress. Liquid found in the esophagus. Let's run that through the lab. It's a lot of lab work for a detective. The detective pet defective. Let's check a match.
Amniotic fluid? Okay, that's weird. Talk about your alternative forms of medicine.
So the amniotic fluid. Let's check the powder. That's what I want to have a look at. Da 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 da. I could run. Powder from the victim's esophagus.
It's sugar. They say a spoonful makes the medicine go down, but I think they mean along with, not instead of.
'Cause I'm Mary Poppins, y'all! Okay. No, wait. They don't match. Right, have we done the makeup? No, we didn't. I don't think we did.
Particulate talc and nylon, silicone oil, sodium hyaluronate, and water. Definitely makeup.
Okay.
Andrew may have been hiding his cancer.
Okay. So there is... I would have thought that might have matched, but it doesn't consist. Okay, we have checked. Okay. And we have did that one, right? I guess we haven't. What is it? What is it? That's fine, so what is it?
Amniotic fluid? Okay, that's weird. Talk about your alternative forms of medicine.
Okay, so amniotic fluid. Okay, so we're not gonna get anything else out of that. What else do we need? We've searched everything. There'll be a pill. The pill must have a code on it. Yes.
Maybe we'll have better luck with a different magnification. What if we try zooming in? Or out?
Or out? Well... It would help if I knew which direction I was going. Let's try the blue side. Ah.
Pharmaceutical companies print out some sort of ID number somewhere on the meds themselves. We should be able to look that up.
Coolio. We're getting somewhere, folks. It's all about the evidence. Medical database. Evidence to the... What is it?
It's methotrexate, an antimetabolite and antifolate drug used in the treatment of autoimmune diseases and cancer. We've got a capsule of cancer meds, but there's no actual medication in it. Mr. Levesque wasn't getting what he thought he was getting. We should double-check the tox report with Robbins. He didn't say anything about methotrexate, but we should be sure.
Okay, let's do it. Let's check it out. Let's keep it all going, folks. So what are you guys thinking? Just covered there was no methotrexate found in the tox
Fortunately
report.
for Mr. Levesque, no. Methotrexate might have helped his condition. It's often prescribed as part of a chemotherapy suite.
Andrew Levesque was killed by carbon monoxide poisoning, but somebody was trying to kill him by denying him cancer meds. We don't have one crime to solve. We have two.
Sounds like his son. It's stepson, sorry. I think it's a stepson, possibly. I'm really pulling towards that. Don't know what you guys think.
How's the Levesque case going? Did taking over the garage get us anything more than extra paperwork?
It did, sort of. We know that the generator wasn't the cause of death.
Negative results are still results. Is that all?
Well, we're looking at 2 crimes. Attempted murder by medication denial and some flavor of homicide, negligent or otherwise.
Negligent. You thinking of anyone in particular?
I like the landlord for it. There are some generator-related holes in his story that don't fit the evidence.
Follow that up, but get something conclusive. He's a doctor and a landlord, so he's probably ready to lawyer up if he smells trouble. Now, tell me about the medication denial.
Andrew had cancer, no remission about it, and we found a fake cancer pill in his esophagus.
Any suspects?
We're working on it.
Great. Keep me posted.
Keep me posted, y'all. I would like to ask the wife, if I can.
I'm sorry to keep you waiting. I had to put Odessa to sleep. What can I help you with?
Ms. Levesque, were you aware that your husband's cancer had aggressively relapsed?
What are you talking about?
Your husband always revealed that the cancer had spread to his lungs.
Is that why he died?
We're still looking into the specific circumstances of your husband's death.
As far as we knew, your husband was not taking any kind of medication. Is that correct?
No, not recently. He had gone through chemotherapy, of course, but he hadn't taken any pills for quite some time.
So during the autopsy, we recovered some undigested pills. Perhaps he was taking supplements of some sort.
Andrew really wanted to be healthy, naturally healthy. It's not that he would refuse to take any kind of pills if the doctor said he had to, but once the doctor said he was in remission, then Andrew simply wanted to eat all the right food and exercise every day.
Thank you for your time.
If you need to ask me anything else, anything at all, please feel free.
I just want to have a nosy around in case there's... No, I don't think there's anything else here. Okay, let's go talk to the landlord for a little bit again. Let's ask him some questions. I think that may be best. Okay. Pardon me, Mr. Dante, where does that vent lead?
Leads to the boiler room. It's centrally located between all my warehouse units.
Okay, do you have keys to the boiler room with you?
Yes, of course. Well, I don't have keys anymore. I have a key card. All the locks here are electronic now. Can you believe it? Pretty soon we'll just need to talk to the locks, am I right?
Would you mind to take us into the boiler room?
Not at all. Please follow me.
You could be right, but it could have some motif.
Please,
at the moment.
make yourselves at home. I'll be next door, as I promised.
Great. Don't go anywhere.
Thank you.
Wow. What a piece of junk. It's gonna take a lot more than caulk to fix this furnace. I wonder if it even works.
Let's give it a... let's light a match and knock on it. We'll find out, huh? Man, what a slob. Okay. Bag and target.
That gas can holds 5 gallons. It's almost empty.
And that is open. Just noticed that. But I want to check the rest of the room first. No, there's nothing else of... Can we...
Looks like one of those vents could lead right to the practice space.
And it's open. There is the caulk. And there's a fingerprint on it, bruh. Bruh. There's a fingerprint. Let's get it.
No prints there.
Can I... I got casting.
We don't need to make a mold of that.
Okay. So this would be...
No trace
blood.
fluids there.
I didn't think so. Okay, so we need...
This caulk is still tacky. It hasn't been here long. The furnace still works, though. I think we caught our source of carbon monoxide red-handed. I'll have Brass contact the gas company, get him to turn off the gas. Then we'll process the pipe.
Cool. Right, let's get Brass on it then. So we have searched the whole crime scene. Okay, so that's good.
What do you need?
Right, turn off. We need the warrant to search the. No. Okay. What else? What else can we do for now? We need to go to the lab and check the caulk over that current caulk. Chemical. So let's get the caulk from that to the caulk from the generator. They match! Boom!
Yep, cock. No surprise there.
Okay, so we have the tank of gas. Okay. Okay, let's check. Hello? Is there a fingerprint? Fingerprint! Skadoosh. Let's check the fluid and see if it matches. Anything else? I don't think there's any more we can take from the tank. Okay, we just got the fingerprint. What about the DNA? Nope, we don't have any more DNA. Chemical substance from the liquid sample, so they both match.
The gas from the can in the boiler room is an exact match to the gas from the generator. Same ethanol content, same stabilizing additive.
Okay, that explains that. I just want to now know whose fingerprints is at the scene of the crime on that gas can. Does it match, Phil? It's not a match. The print on it doesn't match. I want to run a search. 2, 3, 4, 5. Only one print. It's gonna be the.
We have a match. So we know Dr. Vince handled the gas can from the boiler room at some point.
Okay. Okay. Just double check the morgue, see if there's anything else we can. Is there anything else you should know
I
about?
think we've been fairly comprehensive, but if you think of more questions to ask me, I'll answer them if I can.
Alrighty. Let's go back. To the boiler room.
I can't believe this thing still works. Look at how badly it's corroded.
And there's no, can we get the sample now? There you go. Gas has turned it off, and now we have a fingerprint.
Somebody knows how to make a good impression.
Okay. That should... Wait, can we actually take that? Can we actually take the caulk sample?
Hold on. We don't want to take that off until the gas company shuts this place down. I don't want to go out like Andrew did.
Right, okay. Noted. Noted. Let's go get the fingerprint. Let's see. I think it's going to be a match to the same print as the gas can. Because obviously the landlord should technically be dealing with that. Okay, it does not match. Okay, let's run a search. 1, 2, 3, a 4, and a 5. Let's do this, folks. One print match. So who is it? Is it the son?
Looks like Dr. Minoto cocked that pipe.
Wait, I just
Okay,
fucking...
right now we
okay.
have two possible scenarios. One, someone cranks up the furnace knowing that the leak in the pipe will flood the rehearsal space with carbon monoxide.
That's
Once
my
our
higher
fire
probability.
breather has taken his last breath, our perp comes in, seals the leak with caulk, and tries to tidy up the scene. But
Right.
instead, deposits traces of caulk all over the room, including on the victim. Or two, completely by accident, or what I like to call criminal negligence, the leak in the furnace floods the room with CO, overwhelming the great Andrew. Then someone comes into the room, sees the victim dead on the floor, and decides to make it look like natural causes. In both cases, our not-so-ingenious perp thought we'd think the generator was the source of the CO. And in both cases, I gotta say, I really like our not-so-good Dr. Minoto.
Dun dun dun! More and more going on, folks.
Looks like Dr.
More.
Vince has a record.
Nevada law makes possession
does?
of any amount of marijuana by someone under the age of 21 a felony. So, unfortunately for Dr. Minoto, he was a 20-year-old pre-med when he was busted. He was sentenced to 1 year in prison, 750 hours of community service, and paid a $5,000 fine. And he still got accepted to medical school, so no harm, no foul, right? However,
But-
recently the doctor did run afoul of the Las Vegas Housing and Building Commission. He was cited on several occasions for improper maintenance of that apartment building. Here, take a look. Dr. Minoto paid nearly $12,000 in building code violations. And check out his last citation. Failing to upgrade gas pipes,
Aha!
posing a serious threat of carbon monoxide exposure.
Talk about your slumlord millionaire,
Oh,
who's
dear.
about to be charged with negligent homicide.
Does not look good, does it? Okay. Can we
Yeah.
turn off the... It's got to show up
Sorry,
the way
guys, what
shit.
can I tell you? If it's not the crime tape, it's the red tape. Gas company says they're backlogged and they'll be out here as soon as they can. I'll call you.
We think Dr.
Mondo.
Minoto may be responsible for the carbon monoxide in the building.
I'll
Yes,
see what I
let's
can
do it.
do. Show me the evidence.
Well, his caulk found, the fingerprints found on the furnace pipe is evidence enough for the minute.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Let's bring him in.
There we go. Progress. Okay. Could the carbon monoxide come from
I
your
don't think
pipes?
so. Those pipes were all in good working order.
Evidence to the contrary that your fingerprints paste found. No, I would say your finger paste is all over the pipes.
Just because there was caulk doesn't mean there was anything wrong with the underlying pipe. I don't
Okay.
think so. Those pipes were all in good working order.
Well, if it wasn't that, then it was definitely the papers about the maintenance on your pipes.
Dr. Minoto, can you explain to us why, despite being cited by the city, you failed to repair the gas pipes in your building?
You must
Busted.
understand, I hadn't failed to repair them. I was just in the middle of accepting bids from contractors. I
Uh-huh.
couldn't very well repair them all by myself, right? Yes, I paid a few fines, but in this particular case with regard to the gas lines, you'll see right there I did not exceed the deadline.
Okay. Did you tamper with the pipe in the boiler room?
No, I didn't touch the pipe.
Yes, you did, because we just showed you the fingerprint on the bloody... on the fucking pipe, you imbecile.
Dr. Minoto, we know you put caulk on the pipe in the boiler room.
He
I
please
can't
caulk on the pipe,
explain
did he?
that. I don't remember touching the furnace, but if I did, then it must have been when I was checking it. But that would have been several days ago.
Caulking was
bullshit.
wet, Dr. Minoto. It was fresh, and it was lathered on. I'd say you should have waited for a professional to do the job.
All right, perhaps I did put caulk on the pipe. I'm trying to maintain the building. That doesn't make me responsible for Andrew's death.
Let's get serious, Dr. Minoto. You know you were negligent, and you tried to cover it up.
So, Matt, if
Did
you...
not kill Andrew. He was a good man, a good tenant. The man played with fire, literally. Ran a generator in a closed room.
Yeah.
There must be something you're missing.
Did you tamper with the generator too?
No, of course not. The generator was running when I arrived.
Well, your fluid matches same cell found under. Yeah. Okay, so fine. The shower was running when I arrived. Found on gas can. Can of gas found in the boiler room. I think it might be that, but it could be the fingerprint on the gas can. Could be either or at this point. I think I'm wrong in that one.
I have a gas can. That doesn't mean I used it to run the generator.
Damn it.
No, of course not. The generator was running when I arrived.
The fingerprint found on the gas can? If I'm wrong about that, then I'm not sure. I don't think it's that either.
We matched the gas from the generator to what was in your gas can in the boiler room.
Okay, no, I think I was
Yours
right
were
then.
the
Okay.
only prints on it.
Okay,
Please,
good.
stop, okay? I tell you what happened. I'll tell you everything. I told you before, I heard the carbon monoxide alarm coming from Andrew's practice space. I knocked,
that was lucky,
but
go away.
when nobody answered, I used my keycard.
Access
Andrew
granted.
was lying there. I did check his pulse, just as I said, but there was nothing. He was dead. I was scared, in shock. All I could think about was that citation from the city for those damn pipes, and I knew someone would hold me responsible for Andrew's death.
So he filled up the generator and
Panicked.
switched it
I
on.
got some caulk out and did my best to seal off the cracks in the pipe. I brought the gasoline I had been storing to the practice space and used it to fill the generator Andrew used to power lights during his outdoor performances. Andrew himself gave me the idea. He had told me once that he would never run the generator indoors for fear of poisoning himself. I rolled the generator to the middle of the room, started it, then moved the body under the lights they powered. Then I called the police.
Accidents will happen. But why don't I think we have the whole picture?
We don't.
Told you everything I know. I swear.
Okay.
I've told
We'll be
you.
back there.
I will cooperate with your investigation.
Turned out to be ambiotic fluid, apparently. Anyone got a clue? I'm kind of fucking stumped.
It's methotrexate, an antimetabolite and antifolate drug used in the treatment of autoimmune diseases and cancer.
But there's definitely nothing in there. We don't have any audio evidence or video evidence. Nothing. Can we check anything else? Yeah, you can fuck your document. I'm not doing that. Okay. Can we run it through the DNA? Let's run it through great. Is it same? Does not match. Fuck's sake. What about blood? Oh. Oh. Cool. It's gotta be his fucking DNA. It's his DNA. It's a partial match.
The mitochondrial DNA from Lyle's blood is a match to that from the amniotic fluid.
Boom. That's where we got our fucking thing. Hey! Brass tacks, man. Let's...
We think
I wanna
someone
work
may
search.
have been tampering with Mr. Levesque's medication.
What evidence
Show
do
me
we
what
have?
you got. The fluid found in the victim's esophagus. There we go,
Mitochondrial
folks. We
DNA is not
finally got
definitive,
somewhere.
but the likelihood of 2 recently pregnant women matching up to Lyle is small enough that I should be able to convince a judge.
Let's find those pills, bruh.
How
Bruh.
dare you come back here?
Ma'am, we have a warrant.
I don't understand you people. Why are you doing this to me?
Why? Because there could be a murder. Because there could be a murder. You've got mail. Can we go? Hello, hello.
A whole bottle of methotrexate right on the nightstand. It seems unlikely that Ardell would have missed that. It's prescribed to a Jeremy Proxmire. I'll have Brass run that name down.
Wow. There we go. We've got some headway. There's a tablet on the ground and somebody has vomited. Take that. And there's a substance on the ground.
Nothing we need to collect there.
Is it blood? I think it's blood. It's blood! That's blood, baby!
A little bit of blood there. And something else.
What is the something else? I would like to know. What's this? What's this? What's this? Evidence everywhere. What's this? Okay. And we have thoroughly examined that. Better be thorough. Anything in the trash? Nope. Isn't it fun when you're trying to figure out what could be or what can't be? Let's check that nightstand. Nothing in that nightstand. Okay, let's... Anything... So 100%, there's nothing else. I would like to run that through the lab though. You've got mail. Check the bookcase again. Let's see if there's anything. Grab. I don't think so. No, there isn't. Okay. I think it's time to run those through the lab. Let's run a chemical. And match it with... Oh. What am I thinking? What am I thinking? Let's run a search. Let's make sure it's actually the actual compound that it's supposed to be.
Wow. Sugar in every single pill. I wonder if the meds were tampered with at the source.
Okay. They match. I want to check those.
More
What's
amniotic
that?
fluid.
So whose DNA could it be then? Blood sample versus that sample. Let's see if it matches, even compositively. Yes, I said come positively. Absolutely. Let's just keep our cowboy hats on, eh? Excuse me. And it's a partial match. So we've checked those, yeah? So everything matches up. Now what else have we got to look at? Let's get the liquid off that pill. Anything else? Check that under the microscope. Because if those two pills match, the number was...
Can't see what we're looking for at this magnification. Let's try another setting.
Be the 6-day, wouldn't it? 125. 125.
The capsule we found at the Levesque house has the same ID number as the pill Andrew tried to swallow.
So they match. Okay, so they match. Okay. What else do we need to check? The fluid found in the Lebreskin home. Right, that's the next thing we need to check. So would that be under chemical? Because it is. Fluid found on the pill in the Lebreskin home. Do those... They match.
More amniotic fluid.
Yeah, they match.
Different capsule, same DNA on the outside. Ardell's. I think I'm starting to understand how the amniotic fluid got on the pills. Picture this. Andrew is dispensing his pills when Ardell's water breaks. Since this is apparently his first kid, he freaks out in a rush to get her to the hospital. In the process, he drops his pills, some of which land in a puddle of amniotic fluid.
Okay. That is the working theory. Now, what do we do?
So I tracked down Jeremy Proxmire. Turned out to be a reported case of identity theft. Fed shut down a big phishing operation that was selling social security numbers on the internet. But get this, the only hit on Jeremy's social was a prescription for methotrexate sent from an online pharmacy based in Canada.
So we're blaming Canada now.
Attached to the prescription belonged to a Dr. Vicente Manota.
The landlord.
Boom!
Now, the good doctor reported a script pad stolen the same week as all this went down, but the coincidences are piling up.
Oh, yeah, they are. Can we have a word with him?
I'll bring him right up to interrogation.
Yeah, we've got some questions. Tell us about Jeremy Proxmire.
Don't know any Jeremy Proxmire.
Yep. Present it, because it is the same.
I think I do have an answer for that, actually. My prescription pad was stolen. I filed a police report.
That
No, you
might
didn't.
explain how Andrew got a hold of a prescription for methotrexate. But it doesn't tell us why every single pill in that bottle is filled with sugar and nothing else.
Sugar? What? Oh no.
Oh,
I
no.
promised to keep a secret, not to cover up condemning Andrew to a slow death. Andrew came to me. He feared justly that his cancer had returned, and his health had already jeopardized his career once, and our public admission of a relapse would end it for sure. I advised him to seek specialized treatment, but he wouldn't hear of it. I genuinely wanted to
He
help.
can't defend himself
As
because
I
he's
said
dead,
before,
so
Andrew
yeah.
was a good tenant. So I explained which drug would help his condition, and then I may have left my pad lying around where someone could take it.
Which is a diplomatic way of saying you gave the pad to Andrew and then reported it stolen to cover your own hide.
Yep.
You're right that I reported it stolen about a week later. But I didn't give the pad to Andrew.
It's
I
the
gave
son.
it to Ardell.
Oh.
What do you need?
We need to talk about Ardell.
Do you have enough evidence?
I don't think we have that will count, but we'll give it a whirl. I don't think it
A
will.
bottle full of tampered medication, plus witness
okay, yeah, it
testimony
did
that
work.
Ardell was given the prescription pad. That should be enough to get her in here.
Let's get her in.
I am
Ardell.
trying to be patient. I am trying to understand how you're conducting your investigation. But why would you drag me down here like this, like I'm some sort of common criminal?
Ms. Levesque, according to Dr. Minoto, you used his script pad to prescribe cancer pills for Andrew.
He's wrong. You have no proof of that. Even if Andrew did have cancer pills, I certainly had nothing to do with them.
Did you know your husband was taking
That
medication?
can't be true. If Andrew was taking medication, I would have known. I was never aware of any pills.
I would say your fluid found in the pills of the esophagus. See if that rick shatters the tree.
We found your DNA on Andrew's pills, Miss Levesque.
Yeah.
You must have known about them.
Oh
Obviously.
my god, I can't explain it.
You can't or you won't.
Okay, look, I knew about the pills, yes. I knew that his cancer had come back. But what were we supposed to do? Andrew could hardly find work when people thought he was in remission. How was he supposed to support us if people knew his cancer had come back? Dr. Minoto was kind enough to help us, even though he could have lost his license.
Dr. Vince's Heart of Gold doesn't explain your amniotic fluid on the pills.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. That was something else.
You were having
Andrew
a baby.
didn't like me to see him take his medicine. He said it made him feel weak. The night Odessa was born, I approached him in the bedroom. I guess I didn't realize he was about to take a pill. I surprised him, and he turned around and pushed me, spilling his pills on the floor. He stormed out. I don't think he even realized that the fall made me go into labor.
Jesus. Did you tamper with Andrew's cancer? No. Was your husband often violent towards you?
Not that often, but sometimes. He was very passionate. At first, he put all that energy into his work. It's why he was famous. But when he got cancer, when he couldn't work with fire, all that emotion had to go somewhere. Hey, I'm not some poor, lost, abused wife. My husband was a wonderful man who got a raw deal.
But
If we could have only stopped the cancer, everything would have been fine.
did you cause a carbon? No, well, I can't ask that. Did Andrew ever
He
hit
did.
Lyle?
Neither one of them told me about it.
Lyle said that's how his blood ended up at the crime scene.
I guess I suspected something. Lyle, I love my son, but I can't always control him. When I married Andrew, I thought it would be good for Lyle to have a strong male role model.
Okay.
But I don't think Lyle ever really accepted Andrew's authority.
Lyle described Andrew as being very abusive.
Now you're
yeah.
telling me what my own son thinks? That's it. I'm not saying another damn word without my lawyer.
Even if it means getting arrested for prescription fraud?
If that's what it means, then that's what it means.
Well, then I'm
So
sorry,
you're
Ms.
protecting.
Levesque. You're under arrest.
You are under
Now,
arrest.
it almost looks like we have a conspiracy murder between two people who didn't even know they were conspiring. Ardell
yeah, it doesn't.
and Dr. Vince.
You have a manslaughter confession from Dr. Minoto, which his lawyer will definitely try to toss. Plus, Ardell Levesque lawyered up as soon as we brought up the medication tampering.
I feel rotten about that. Child Protection Services will take care of Odessa, but who wants to be separated from her newborn? Honestly, I hope the fraud charge doesn't stick.
I don't know. I think Mrs. Levesque isn't talking because she's hoping we can't close the deal on an attempted murder charge.
You know, she was definitely involved with the prescription fraud, but it doesn't mean she's the one who emptied the medication.
I think it's a son.
I need you to come down here and process some evidence. Let's just say Ms. Levesque has baggage.
Okay.
When we took
Ross?
Miss Levesque into custody, she checked this handbag into property. Law says that her possessions at the time of arrest are admissible as evidence, so I thought her stuff might tell you more than she did.
Yes, please. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at that evidence. What can we pull out from the bag? What's she got in her bag? Hello, hello.
Cyclopirox. We'll have to look up exactly what that is, but it was prescribed by a Dr. Vicente Minotto to a Mr. Lyle Fitzer.
Anything else? Oh, there is more. I did see something there. Hello, hello. It's a...
Her apartment's lock uses a traditional key. Only the boiler room for the practice space requires a key card. It makes sense that Dr. Minotto would have one, but why would Miss Levesque?
Because she caulked it up, I think. That's where my brain is going. Any fingerprints? Any fingerprints at all? Key. It's gonna be a fingerprint on that bitch. Here you go! Take that.
Nice print. They don't come much cleaner than that, at least not without ink.
Totes. Anything else? Okay. Let's go back to the lab. Let's take a look at these bad boys. Fingerprints. Right, so it's not the victims. There's no match. Fair search. 1, 2. Sorry about that, everybody. You had a bit of an advert moment. We are actually just found fingerprints on the card, and we're in the process of finding out. We have one match. It's got to be the son in it, or her.
Okay, that
It's a
perfectly
son!
formed print on the key card belongs to Lyle Fitzer. I wonder if Ardell's keeping Mom to protect her son and not just herself.
Okay. Let's run a check on that caulk. It's a caulk from the pipe. No. It's not the makeup. What about... No. It's not that either. Okay, let's run a search. Antifungal cream. Let's see what's inside it. We're missing one. Very close. Got it.
Cyclopirox, just like it says on the label.
Okay. Guess we have to magnify it then and see what if it has a code on it. Microscope. Okay, maybe not. Medical? Would it be under medical? Let's check it out. What is it?
Cyclopirox is a synthetic antifungal agent intended for topical dermatologic use.
Hey, Brass again. Gas company turned off the gas in Dr. Minotto's building. You can go back to process the pipe.
Thank God. Okay. Well, let's go and let's go get that bloody bit of plastic. Let's roll. They see me rolling. They hating. Let's go and grab this bit of caulk from the pipe.
It's hard as a rock. If we try to pull it off now, we'll take half the pipe with it. I know just who to call. I'll put it on speaker.
This is Stokes.
Hey, Nick, quick question. You ever removed caulk from a pipe before?
Aren't you supposed to be back at the crime scene?
I am back at the crime scene. I need to remove some caulk from a pipe. Do you know how to do it?
Okay, basically you need two things. A heat gun and some denatured alcohol.
A heat gun and denatured alcohol? You know, I can't say those are standard issue with the field kit. How am I...
Don't worry,
Yeah.
I'll be right over.
Great. We aren't going anywhere. That
Coolio.
was tricky. I'm glad I'm not a contractor.
What? You don't like showing up at noon and making boatloads of money?
I just don't like removing caulk. So thanks for your help.
She don't remember.
Anytime.
Cool.
Good luck with the pipe.
Hello, hello. What's
Looks
this?
like a bit of fingernail. We might or might not be able to get a DNA sample from that depending on whether it took any skin with it. I definitely want to get a closer look at that discoloration though.
Anything else? Would that be a casting? Yep.
Someone cut a hole in that pipe. I'm beginning to think Dr. Minoto's mea culpa was just a ploy to avoid murder one.
Well, well, well! Curiouser and curiouser. So what have we got here? Okay, so we have a piece of fingernail we need to run a DNA test on. Or not. Or wait, do we have to go under the microscope and...
Nothing interesting there. Nothing there. Nothing.
Okay. Microscope. Let's see if we can get a piece of fingernail.
Maybe we'll have better luck with a different magnification.
Okay, let's try.
Well, there's nothing there that would give us a DNA sample, but those growths are consistent with a fungal infection. We have a fingernail loaded with fungus and a prescription for an antifungal agent made out to Lyle Fitzer. Maybe Lyle couldn't restrain himself after all.
Oh. Well, well, well. Makes us
Captain,
wonder, doesn't
we've just
it?
flipped our case on its head.
Let me guess. The butler did it.
How'd you know? Actually, we're thinking it was the stepson.
Would one.
Yeah?
We think he may have tampered with the furnace pipe at his stepfather's practice space.
Based
Yeah.
on what evidence?
A fingernail with a fungal infection? Because obviously his
Well, we
thing
already
is...
have a warrant to search the house for signs of medication tampering. It shouldn't be too difficult to get the parameters expanded in light of this new evidence.
Thank you. Let's go already! Right, so his room's at the very end.
And this must be Lyle's room. Just a guess. We're looking for a tool, something that could have punched a hole in those rusty pipes.
Damn straight.
Probably a chisel from the look of the mold we took, but let's not assume.
Yep. Got nifty, nifty cell. Hello, hello.
Chisel.
Anything else? Okay, so that's still consistent. What about his desk? Hello, hello.
Good
Could be
thinking.
that.
The knife blades are a little smaller than our mold, but he might have tried using it. There could be trace.
Okay. We have completely checked all of our locales, which is good. Let's check out the under the microscope. And run a comparison. Where are we looking? Jet with the chisel. It's a match!
Dr. Minoto's negligence wasn't responsible for the carbon monoxide leak. Lyle broke the pipe open.
There you go. Okay, what about... We can check the DNA on the actual... Oops, hang on. Check the... pocket knife. Is there a finger? Anything on it? Nothing. Oh, hello, hello.
I always wondered if people actually use those things to pick their teeth. There's something on the end of it.
Ew. Toothpick. Do we have to run a DNA test on it, you think? Would it be... Nope. What is... Oh. DNA.
White powder. That could be a lot of things. Very few of them good.
White powder from the toothpick. What is the powder? Is it the... Not the cream. It's not caulk. It's not sugar. And it's not the makeup. Let's just run a search. Let's Batman our... Like, Batman service our crime. Let's do it.
The residue on the toothpick is methotrexate. Lyle was tampering with his stepfather's medication.
Boom! Called it! That little bugger. That cheeky little bugger. Let's get him.
What do you need?
We need to arrest
That
Lyle.
search warrant played out, huh?
Oh,
What evidence do we
oh
have?
yes. His use of air is found in Lyle's room. Oh.
Looks like we got him for premeditated murder.
We found your
What do you
jizzle.
know? It's a perfect fit to the hole in the pipe.
I didn't do it with my bare hands. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have the guts to kill that son of a bitch with my bare hands. Did my mom tell you what happened the day Odessa was born?
Yes. He
Yeah.
pushed her and induced her labor.
What kind of person does that, huh? Oh my god, I should have killed him right then. But my mother was about to give birth, so I drove her right to the hospital. And then, do you know what he had the nerve to do? He came to the hospital like nothing had ever happened. He came to the hospital to watch his real child be born. I bought a hammer and the chisel that afternoon. I chipped away at that pipe just enough so it looked like corrosion. I wanted to get away with it. Yes, I did. Because
Oh,
I wanted to
God.
be able to get away with my mother and little sister as far away from this city as possible. So I tried to make it sort of look like if anyone was responsible, it was that slumlord Dr. Minoto. I'm sure
I
he
knew it
deserved to
wasn't
be in
him.
jail for something anyway. I probably told myself I was doing you guys a favor. I don't know.
Did you tamper with Andrew's cancer
I
meds?
didn't mess with his pills.
Yes, you did, you bullshit liar! Boom! Drop the mic!
You want to know the best day of my life? The day I heard Andrew got cancer. You want to know the worst day of my life? Every day after that was a tie. So, I decided to make sure that nothing would stop that cancer from doing its thing. I'd pop open those pills, and I'd pour out that crap, and I'd pray.
You know, there was
Jesus,
another way
man.
out of this. You could have called us.
Seriously, like my mother would ever press charges against that bastard? No way. Jeez, she was always seeing in his eyes how he changed, or how he was about to change, or how Odessa had changed him. There was only one way our lives were going to change. I was sick, and I was tired. Sometimes he'd brag about how what didn't kill me would make me stronger. He was
Yeah.
right about that, I guess. I really didn't care about anything, except killing him.
Maybe you should have
the
thought a little bit more
bubbles.
about your mother and Odessa. You don't think she's gonna need her brother?
I did the best I could for both of them.
That
You two
was
did a great job
crazy.
on this case. It was quite a maze, but all roads ultimately led to Lyle.
I feel sorry for
And
Miss
denial.
Levesque. Her life has been turned upside down. She's lost her husband, her son is going to jail for murder, and she just had a baby.
There
That's
is a bright
crazy.
side. Jim talked to the DA's office, and they have no interest in pursuing the prescription fraud case.
Then both Ardell and Dr. Vince go free?
Miss Levesque has already left, but we still have Dr. Minetto in custody for tampering with the crime scene.
Oh, yeah.
He might not have meant any harm, but he still made our job harder than it needed to be.
So I was right, it was a stepson!
Either of you interested in breakfast?
Oh yes, please. I'm so glad I did not even bother with that extra case. I would have been just more than that. Cutting skill, there we go. Excuse me for yawning like a lunatic. So what we're gonna do, I want to take a little break for a little moment.